All right, we are going to do things differently. So, the main vlog will be on YouTube. I think I found an editing software that I can use on my phone that I like. So, this week will be kind of like tester week for it. And then I'm going to do like a shorter, like a little clip vlog on TikTok. And yeah, I feel slumpy. And I think I've been slumpy, which is why I only read 2 books last month. So, I decided after the end of last vlog that I was going to take a break for the first 5 days of the month, which was the rest of that week, and then Monday start over. I decided not to film my food prep last night, mainly because I didn't feel like being on camera, and two, because I didn't want to start out every vlog like that. So, yeah. But this week it's like, I guess Chinese themed because lunch is dumplings and then dinner is General Tso's or General Tso's chicken. I never pronounce it right. But anyway, yeah, this is the start of vlog 15 and we're gonna see how it goes. I have to set up some of the stuff for that's like monthly slash across the month in Canva, just so my life is easier. But yeah, uh, it's been a lot lately. We also had D&D last night, which was fun. It was our second one after being away for a while, so we're doing like every 2 weeks, I believe. And then our DM is, I think, trying to make videos of it or streams of it. I don't know. But yeah. And it's only like little 2 hour sessions. We figured that would be better for everyone. And like our DM and hubby like set up questionnaires. I was gonna say Google Docs, but no, it was questionnaires. They made questionnaires to see like where everybody was at. But I hope I get out of this slump soon because I know it's literally just me. It's literally just me. It's not the books. Or so far, it's not the books. Because I was reading Camera Shy perfectly fine. But also, I'm like on a completely different daily schedule. So I'm I'm struggling to not be lazy. Like I still get done everything I need to get done, but like anything extra, like reading is or gaming too much is just like too much for me. So, yeah. But fingers crossed that this week's vlog goes well. And I opened it with super long clip, so excellent. All right. Last clip was at our local Barnes & Noble. I picked up Slasher Summer by Yale Chen. This is gonna be so like I have a bunch of like horror books that are either based on like slasher characters or slasher themes, or have like the like VSH tape look to it. And this is going to be part of that collection. Even though I think it's spread out right now. Oh, I like this quote. A bloody Valentine letter to slasher films that asks the question, what if the cast of The Breakfast Club ended up in the world of Scream? And that was by Ian Rogers. So yeah. I didn't get much reading done, if I'm gonna be honest. How many pages did I read? I read about 7 pages of God of Ruin. So I do think I need to lock in. But I was like, every time I open one of the, what's it called, Legacy of God books, I'm always confused who the characters are. I'm like, who is this? But I think this is one of Nico's cousins. Or siblings. It's Mia and then somebody else. Hold on, who is it going to be? Mia and Landon. So those would be those two. But I think rather than continue God of Ruin, I'm going to go back to Camera Shy. But yeah, we sat at the Starbucks in the Barns for like maybe like an hour. And then we saw my mom when we were leaving or heading home. And we stopped and talked to her for like 10 minutes. Am I going to have... I think I'm going to have rewards next time I go to Barnes. It's for the first time, I think, in like a year, I didn't have points when I went to Barnes to redeem. It's usually between $5 and $10. It's usually $5, if I'm being honest. But hey, $5 off is basically like another book. But yeah. Look at the pretty... I don't know why these pages got messed up, but it's fine. Let's do the bottom then. The pretty little, like, stencil pieces. They don't even look like actually stenciled on anymore. They look like they're purposely like printing the pages with that design now. But new book for the collection update. And and I'm still figuring out this editing software, so yeah, I think I'm gonna pop on a video and read Camera Shy off camera. But I will see you in a bit for an update. It is Tuesday the 7th, so this vlog is not going to be different than any other vlog because I do not know why, but the editing software I was using started to piss me off and I couldn't figure it out, and yeah, so I just deleted it. Anyway, last night I ended up getting to page 302 in Camera Shy, so I read quite a bit of that. I'm gonna read more in a bit, but today has been hectic. So I had to get an ID. Well, I thought I had to get an ID so I could get my last name changed with Social Security because I got married almost a year ago. Turns out I didn't need that. So, but anyway, that's done. I'm gonna have to go back to the DMV and see if I need the physical card with my new last name on it, and then get the federal standard one so I can fly in September. We will see. But hopefully I don't need it and I can just change it up. But yeah, that was a lot of waiting today. And then we got boba. And I got stickers while at boba. But yeah, all that being said, it's done. My last name officially matches my husband's last name. What else is there? I think I'm gonna finish camera show today, but I want to journal first. And yeah, I'm exhausted. I rushed in my chores and my workout. Plus we had to go to the library to print off 2 proofs of address. Yeah. And we walked there. It was hot. And then we walked back. It's literally been a day. But we literally set out today to get this stuff done quickly, and then me and hubby hang out, and then we ended up not hanging out because that process took so long. But yeah. And then later this week, I have people to come fix the ceiling in my kitchen. If they actually show up. But we'll see. And then I think Sunday we're gonna go see our friend. It's in Pennsylvania, so this might end up being a short vlog. Excuse me. But anyway, that is what's happening. I'm going to journal, and then I'm gonna set up to read. So I will see you in a bit. Alright, I need to talk about my book. It pissed me off last night It is Wednesday, July 8th. So, anyway, I was like, I'm pretty sure this book is going to be a 5 stars. We'll see how the like last minute uh drama, I guess, will go. It's like it started going in one direction and then it crashed and burned. So, the spoilers. But so Finn's ex Nora has like an on again, off again relationship with this guy named Morgan. Morgan talks to Avery and is trying to be like, oh, they'll always go back to each other, right? And then Finn comes back, or like Finn shows back up and punches Morgan, and then a friend of his, Cassie's, who he's had threesomes with Nora, starts like com- comforting Avery, and then this weird threesome thing tried to happen, and then what was next? And then Avery leaves. She gets into the same Uber as Nora. Apparently they had a conversation, but it all happened off screen or off page because it's dual POV. So the attempted threesome happened in Finn's point of view, but it like started in Avery's, if that makes sense. And then Avery had to leave to get her friend Palmer, which I haven't liked Palmer since the beginning. Palmer, the way Palmer is described as like she constantly needs something. She constantly needs help. She constantly needs money. She constantly blah blah blah. So she goes to get her friend Palmer because Palmer was filming a TV show, and then the show didn't get picked up after they filmed a couple episodes. So Palmer has Avery's car and has had Avery's car this whole time since Avery started doing the house sitting thing. So while she's getting Palmer, Avery gets a Avery had left her phone in the Uber with Nora, and Nora dropped it back off with Finn. A lot of names. But so Finn called Palmer to get in contact with Avery. They have a whole on the phone conversation, and then that conversation ends, and Avery finds out that her ex Mason was cheating on her with Palmer the whole fucking time. And I'm like, what the fuck? Because there is a point earlier in the book where Mason, sorry, there's two M names, so it like twists in my head, but Mason had sent a weird text to Avery, and he said it was like, oh, it's just like a role play chat thing, and I didn't mean to send it to you. He meant to send that message to Palmer, and like lied his ass off and said he wasn't cheating when he was cheating the whole time. To make things more complicated, Mason got or was contacted by a resort company because part of what they do is like advertising slash business rebranding things, and he wasn't giving Avery anything to so she could do her part of the job. So Avery had went and got those that information. And it turns out, like, if she does really well and convinces this resort place not to sell, that they're probably going to give her a full-time job. And what her plan was is, because her and Mason own this company, was to basically be like, I don't want to actually work for you because I have my own company, but we'll give you an exclusive deal. Like, we won't work with any of your competitors. Right? So now the um dear Lord, I can't think. Now that meeting has been pushed up. So instead of going back to the house she was house sitting at, she has to go straight to that meeting, and she doesn't have her phone on her. So, yeah, there's that. And she literally just threw Palmer's phone at her. And I'm like, why was this necessary? Like, I didn't like the Morgan shit. I didn't like the Nora shit. I didn't like the weird Cassie threesome. And then Palmer on top of everything. And I'm like, you literally, I had a 5-star book. You had a good, like, more internal drama that was gonna happen with Avery. And then you just, it's like, okay, here's everything that could possibly, like, go wrong. Because, like, I knew at some point Nora was gonna come back. I didn't think it was gonna come back through Morgan. And, like, that really annoyed me. And then the Mason and Palmer shit, I was like, I hope at the end of this book she drops Palmer. That's fuck her. But her dropping Palmer because Mason fucking annoyed me. So yeah, a potential 5-star book for me has now gone down to at least 3 stars, depending on the ending of this goddamn book. Because I didn't finish it. Because I finished that chapter of her finding out the issue with Palmer, and I was like, yeah, I need to not read this book anymore for the night, or I'm gonna be pissed. So there's that. I need to see how many pages I have left. I do not think it's a lot. So I'm on page 391, and I have to get to 420. 420. So let me do math. Where's the calculator? So 420 minus 391. I have 29 pages left of this book. So if in 29 pages it gets better, because, like, I'm gonna say that the insecurity drama, the weird threesome drama, and the Morgan and Nora drama got resolved pretty quickly. But I'm still annoyed. So if in the next 29 pages, if it gets fixed, not fixed, but, like, if it gets better, then we'll see if it gets bumped up or bumped down. But right now it's a fucking 3-star. Which just annoys me because I was enjoying this book so much. And, like, I picked it up because there was, like, I thought it would be kinkier than it is, but it's not. And I was like, okay, I can live with that. It's not my expectations. And, like, Finn treats her like a goddamn queen and makes her realize that she is a goddamn queen. And, like, it's sexy, okay? But, like, I was like vibing with it until what was it, chapter like 34 is when everything started going down. I'm like, no way. And it's like so far into the book too for this weird drama to be happening. But yeah, that's the update. So after I finish this book, I'm gonna try and get more into the Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. I think I'm gonna read the rest of Camera Shy off camera and then come back on camera with the Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. And then I should have, so after I finish Camera Shy, I should have a wheel spin for my next, or I should have a picture of my next TBR, a wheel spin for my next physical part of my TBR, and then a hyper lapse, as my phone calls it, of the Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. That's what should happen. But the book I spin for, I'm not gonna read or start reading until the rest of this TBR is finished. Because I have Camera Shy, The Ballad of Songbirds and Snake, Hera, and God of Ruin to read before I start my next TBR. But that is the plan for today. Yeah. Hubby is off to work. And then tomorrow, I think, is when we're gonna go see if I can get the ID to fly. And then what? Oh, and then fixers are coming. And right now my grass is getting mowed, so there's that. But anyway, that's it for this clip. And I will, I guess, see you in the next one. These are the new plants. Well, some of them are old. We have the Richards. We have that guy. Angel Washboard, I believe. My purples. And then banana pepper plant. Ta-da! doing a check-in. This vlog has totally turned into a monthly vlog, but I'm not mad about it. Anyway, um, it is Tuesday, the 21st of July. I want to do a mid-year check-in because it is July, and I probably should have done this sooner, but the boys have been off schedule, for doubles, so I haven't really had alone time, or felt like I've had alone time. But anyway, I'm gonna do the mid-year check-in for reading, and then do a little life update. But right now okay. So for the first half of the year, I've read 44 books. I am 54% of the way to my goal. When I wrote this, I was 2 books ahead of schedule. I've read 15,173 pages. My worst books were Not My Wildest Dreams and Leave Me Behind. My best books were For Whom the Bell Tolls and Not Quite Dead Yet. My TBR is currently at 122 books. I've added 15 books to my TBR since the beginning of the year. I've DNF 6, and I've missed 2,602 pages with those DNFs. So that is the mid-year check-in. Life updates. I don't know if earlier in this vlog I was talking about getting like my ID and stuff, and getting my name changed on my social security. So, ID I got. Social security done. I had to go and get a federally standard ID, which I did yesterday. So that is done, and I just need the physical card in the mail now. Today, I went and got a library card, so I am now back on Libby. Trying to think of any other updates life-wise. I think I should also do a little reading update too. Oh, I went to the gym Monday, yesterday, and today, and I feel pretty good. And I'm like highly debating if I should walk to the library tomorrow. I don't know if I'll get a book, but I might go there and like read and have like me time outside the house. Because technically, I don't have anything to do tomorrow, housewife wise. So that might be some of my next clips. Okay, reading wise. Because when I went to the library today, I was able to get on Libby and get the audiobook for The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. And now I think in the audiobook, I'm in like the middle of chapter 7, but in the physical book, I just marked chapter 7. That experience is going much better than physically reading. My eyes look weirdly blue. It's freaky. And I have gotten 37% into God of Ruin. I kind of figured out why I was in such like a, because I haven't really been reading. And I think it was because I was so off put by Snow's character and me being like, oh, I have to read the physical book first before I do any of my Kindle books. And I think that's what put me off. But I started getting into God of Ruin because I was like, I'm pretty sure this is what's putting me off. And that is going well so far. And the audiobook for uh The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes is actually pretty decent. There was a weird like I could clearly tell audio wise that a sentence got like put in after because it sounded completely different than everything else. Which I was like, what the fuck? I never noticed stuff like that. But yeah, that is life update and reading wise update. I do have a Libby hold for the audiobook of Hera too. And then I went ahead and put a hold on God of Fury because I know Rena Kent's books are so popular. So I was like, let me go ahead and put this on hold, and like if it if I get to it slightly before or after I get the hold, then I'll be set. But yeah. Anyway, I am thinking about, as like part of my workout, is doing a walk to the library and then back because it's not that far from my house. It's not a long trip, and I literally just did like nearly 3 miles today on the treadmill. So I also did give myself a little bit blisters, but I will bandage those. But yeah, that's what I'm thinking. And also, I know hubby's doing a double tomorrow. I don't know if roommate is doing a double tomorrow, but we'll see. And maybe I'll have a little clip with you. And I feel like I look so busted right now, but it's fine. It is fine. But yeah, so I think, yeah, I think that's it. I was about to say, I think there's like stuff in the mail I have to look for. I know the two things I have to look for in the mail, but yeah, that is the little life update and reading check in. And I will see you in the next clip. Hello, vlog. I did, oh, excuse me, I did get a little bit of filming done on my solo adventure today. Excuse me. Um, so I went to the library. I went to this coffee place called Relax. I was there at Relax for about an hour. And then I went to this place called Grandpa Joe's on my way back home. Grandpa Joe's candy shop. I got some stickers and stuff. I haven't unpacked anything. I'm trying to take care of Ava because I decided to do that as soon as I got back home. And I walked about 3 miles today. So your girl is a little sweaty, a little busted. But I do feel great. Um, I did get a library book today. I ended up asking for a recommendation, which I never do. And I got, what was it called? It's a romantic, it's romance with light fantasy. It's called The Baby Dragon Cafe. And it's so cute. So, after I play a little bit of Dreamlight, I'm gonna do that. But at Grandpa Joe's, I picked up some stickers and a little lip gloss thing. So I got, sorry, I'm booked, this little ghost dude. And then this little flavored roll-on lip gloss. And that was the conclusion of my adventure today. But it was really nice. I literally never leave the house on my own, which I should do more often. But it was really nice. I got out, I talked to people. Like, I just lived like an actual human being for a little bit. Which was really nice. So on my walk, I listened to, with my fancy little glasses, uh, The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, and I don't know why, but this audiobook's a little janky. Like, you can clearly tell when a part was, like, cut in, and for such a well-known author like Suzanne Collins with the Hunger Games series, it just feels like it's not up to the quality it should be. You know? Like, I understand if it was a lesser known author. I have to walk and talk. But it's Suzanne Collins. Hunger Games. Like, come on. This should sound better. Or it should at least sound cohesive. So there's that. And then when I was at Relax, I read more of God of Ruin. I'm like almost 50% of the way through that. But my current plan is, since it is my day off, my eyes look blue again. Blue greeny. Which I don't mind. But because it's my I don't have chores today, I'm going to play a little bit of Dreamlight Valley. And then I'm going to hop into the Baby Dragon Cafe, which I like. I haven't started it, but I want to support my local library, and this will encourage me to go on a walk to the library. And I was so nervous about asking for a recommendation. I'm like, I never asked for recommendations. And then I got the one for a librarian that was like, I don't give out recommendations. And I'm like, oh no. But she hooked me up. She was very nice. And she had like pink and blue makeup today, and it was giving very like Aurora vibe. Aurora? Princess Aurora from Disney. It was giving that. But anyway, I need to finish unpacking my stuff, and I will see you when I see you next. Alright, everyone. I'm going to wrap up this monthly vlog here. I don't know if I'm going to end up reading anything else tonight. We do have new mics, so I can... Excuse me. I can, start being mic'd up and having clear audio for you. But, yeah. This is my first official clip with the mic. It's one of those clip-on mics with the huge thing connected to my phone. But I think I finally figured out how to work it, and yeah. But anyway, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.